Welcome back to another episode of Curl Up with Jamie. Now, sweeping has changed a lot over the years. It's hard to keep up. There's still a lot of different theories out there about what sweeping actually does or how it works. But one thing we can all agree on is that you still need the proper footwork in order to get the pressure on the broom so that you can be effective. So that's what this video is all about. Today, I'm going to share with you guys the two most common sweeping footwork mistakes that I see out there, and I'm also going to share with you a drill to help you practice the proper footwork. I did make a sweeping video quite a few years back, so it's a little bit outdated, but a lot of what I said in that video is still applicable. So if you want to go a little bit more depth into sweeping, feel free to go and check out the video on sweeping form. But basically, to hold the broom, you want your bottom hand to be fairly close to the head of the broom, and you want your top hand to be about 1/3 of the way down from the end of the broom. And it's really important to make sure that you keep that broom nice and close to the side of your body so that you have more control over your sweeping. So, common mistakes that I see in sweeping. Number 1, do not cross over your legs. This is how you trip yourself. And also, by crossing over your legs, all of your weight transfer goes onto that one foot instead of onto the broom head where your weight should be. Number 2, do not walk backwards. I know it sounds obvious, but I actually see this quite a bit. So if you're catching yourself walking backwards, stop. Rotate around to the other side of the rock so that you can face forward. Walking backwards is how you can trip over rocks, trip over your own feet, and fall. If there is already someone sweeping on the other side of the rock, normally there are 2 people sweeping at the same time, then take your broom and switch it over to the other side. This allows you to open up your shoulders and face the right direction. The other thing is that walking backwards actually makes it difficult to assess the weight of the rock and judge it accordingly because you're kind of twisted and not facing the right direction. And you're also probably going to miss a lot of the information coming down from the skip because you just can't see it as easily. Now that I've covered what not to do, here's a drill to help you practice the proper footwork. This drill is going to help you get comfortable with having your back flat, your weight over the rock, and your feet out from under you. Grab 2 rocks, 1 in each hand, and place them on the center line. You're going to be traveling down to the other end of the sheet of ice. Those rocks are going to be touching each other and touching the center line the whole way down. Get your feet out from under you. You have to stay on your toes. Now the tricky part is to get the right foot motion. So, your back leg is going to do a push motion to move yourself along, and your front leg is going to do a C motion. When one foot comes in, the other one goes out. So it's important to remember push, switch, C motion. Push, switch, C motion. In these videos here, I am on my slider, but I actually recommend using 2 grippers. It's just a little bit safer, and most people are actually able to get more pressure on the broom with 2 grippers. So a little bit of a pro tip, in order for your gripper foot to move nicely along the ice, try using the side of your shoe. So that is the ideal footwork to get the most amount of pressure on the broom. Now, I know that's not physically possible for everybody to put themselves in that situation, especially if you're just getting comfortable out onto the ice. So another great option is what I call the cross-country ski style. This is still a very good and safe style of sweeping. It's definitely better than crossing one leg over the other, but you're just not going to be the most effective sweeper out there, and that's because a lot of your weight is still going to be on your feet. You can see this because the heels are still touching the ice. At the end of the day, there's a lot of different theories out there about sweeping, but the footwork for all of them is the same. So get out there and practice this drill. Go up and down the sheet a few times and comment below how you think it went. I will see you guys next time on Curl Up with Jamie.